Hi, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Fritz mini pendant. This is going to be the larger of the two sizes. This is the 18-8902. So there are two sizes of this. This is the larger one. I actually have the glass from the smaller one, the 18-8900. I want to just show you how the glass is made basically. Both pieces of glass are made the same way. They blow a very large bubble of clear glass. They roll it in broken small glass shards, put it back in the kiln again, and basically it melts all these edges off and it kind of makes it all one big piece. So that when the light's coming through it, it's going to hit the little edges of this and kind of refract out. It's a wonderful fixture. The other thing is, in that other video of the smaller one, the 18-8900, which you should watch, I kind of talk about if you're doing a bunch of these in a kitchen, over a kitchen island and over a sink, you might want to do combos of this size and the larger size we're going to talk about in a second. Could be very interesting, so check it out. Let's talk about this big guy. This is well, let's talk about the size of the fixture itself. That's going to be independent of what it's hanging from. 14.5 inches high, diameter is going to be 8.3 inches, and that's going to be the bottom part of the glass where it scoops up. Overall height, now you're talking about the distance from the bottom of the fixture to the actual ceiling itself, is going to be 17 inches at its shortest, and it can go to 62 inches at its longest. If you need this to be longer than 62 inches, drop me a quick email. Say you're looking at the 18-8902 and tell me what you need. So let's say you need 84 inches overall height or 116 or something like that. I'm going to take your email, send it through Hubbardton Forge's customs department. It's going to come back with an answer how we can help you. It adds a little time and money, but we do customs every day. It's just a constant flow of custom stuff. Why don't we talk about how this all goes together? So, if you're on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, look over on that side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say, click here for installations instructions PDF. So open that up for me. That's going to show you a ton of great information. It's going to show you full parts list. It's going to show you how you put the bulb in, which we'll talk about in a quick sec. It's going to show you everything about these rods. So these rods basically are interconnected rods. One of them, well, the bigger rods are going to have threading on the inside, and then you have these connectors that are going to have threading on the outside. And how you basically put them together, you're going to put down a couple towels, like big fluffy bath towels, end to end. You're going to lay all your little parts out. Glass doesn't go on until the very end, so just put that off to the side for now. The part with the socket's going to be on one end. You're going to lay out your pipes and the little connectors, and you'll do some quick math to figure out which ones of these you need. You're going to be getting 3 of the 12, 1 of the 6, and 1 of the 3. Use them in different combinations to get the overall height you're looking for. You're going to lay all the parts out. You're going to put your part with the canopy. That's going to be at the very end of the story. And then you're going to feed the wires through all those little parts. And once you do that, you basically just screw them together. It's that simple. And when you do that, there's a really nice, clean look going on. You barely even see the seam there. The canopy up in the ceiling is going to be a 5-inch round canopy. This guy right here, it's got a slight dome to it. This is going to go over your 4-inch junction box really easily. If you guys have a slope ceiling, let's say a cathedral ceiling in the kitchen or maybe in a stairway, this is already set up to be slope ceiling adaptable to 45 degrees, just like that. There's a knuckle built into the top of it, so we cover you all over the place. Now let's talk about what's going on inside of this for lamping. That's going to be very important too. This is a great task light, which means that it's perfect to go over a kitchen island, actually over a stairway too. I think this bigger one would be great over stairs because it's going to be using an MR16, and that just floods light down. The light goes right through that glass. It puts a really beautiful pool on whatever you're doing, so you get some great task lighting out of this. So GU10 socket. It's a very simple socket. It's going to be accepting a GU10 bulb that has the 2 little prongs on the top, and it really just goes in like this. You turn it to the right and it locks in. If you guys want to do a halogen, you can go up to 35 watts, and that's because of the heat generated by a halogen bulb. If you want to go LED, this is the one I suggest. I talk about it in the other video too. It's an Amazon Basics, and I'm not a huge fan of Amazon, but in this circumstance I am, because these are awesome bulbs. I use these all over my showroom, and in any fixture that uses that GU10 bulb, socket setup, really good. So a couple things. Part of the reason why they're not expensive, they throw beautiful light. I love the color of the light coming out of them, and I can get this up to a 50-watt equivalent. I wouldn't even think about the 35-watt in this thing. I would just jump right up to that 50-watt equivalent, and that'll give you the light you guys need when you're working on a kitchen island, chopping up vegetables and that kind of stuff. So in that search engine on Amazon, you would put in GU10, MR16, 3000 Kelvin, which I'll talk about in a second, and then 50-watt equivalent LED, and this will pop up. So the reason I brought up the 3000 Kelvin, in every video I talk about it with LEDs, 2700 Kelvin on the Kelvin scale is going to be the super yellow light. On the other side of that's going to be called daylight, and that's going to be a white-blue light, bluish-white light, like a hospital waiting room. That's going to be 4000, 5000, 6000 Kelvin. Not a big fan. In the middle of all that is called warm white, and that's going to be 3000 Kelvin. So 3000 Kelvin, that's the same nice warm glow of an incandescent bulb we all grew up with that everyone likes. It makes people look good. It throws a beautiful warm light on everything. That 3000 Kelvin is probably what you really want coming out of this. And especially with that 50-watt equivalent, it's going to throw awesome light. It's also a dimmable fixture, so make sure when you're getting this, and this one is a dimmable version, so I know they're out there. Just make sure you go for that MR16, GU10, 50-watt equivalent, dimmable LED, and you guys should be good to go. Let's get into finishes now. If you're on the HandmadeInVermont.com website, look over on this side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a tab. It's going to say Finishes Help Guide. Click on that for me. There's going to be a video on there of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton forged finishes and how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be talking about a chart a little farther down on the page. You'll see it next to me here. It's going to kind of go over the differences between heavy forging and non-heavy forging, and it'll be talked about in that video. So it's really important that you kind of watch the video, use the chart. You can click on that chart on different things. So you can click on dark smoke and a big page will pop up and show you lots of different things in dark smoke. Click on burnished steel or natural iron, it'll do the same thing. But it's really important that you understand how Hubbardton Forge's finishes are kind of divided into translucent and opaque and how they can look on different fixtures. Our showroom in Vermont has we're up to 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures spread across 2 floors. We have a What's on Display page. It's way up there in those red tabs again, so click on that and you can see what we have to show you. That changes all the time because we're always adding things as they come out. Showroom's open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. We have an amazing clearance center here too. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. If you were coming to visit us, bring a good-sized vehicle, something like a big SUV or maybe a small truck or something like that, because you might find something in the clearance center that you want to take home, and it's a lot of fun to go through. 75% off MSRP is an amazing bargain, so you should really take advantage of it if you can. Like I said, we're open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. You can call us at 802-446-2400 during business hours. You can email us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all the time. We love to answer emails. When you buy your Hubbardton Forge fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. There's no tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont, and we're the only dealer with 90-day returns and no restocking fees. No one else even comes close to that. Some larger items are non-returnable. We'll always tell you about that. It'll be in the description thing, that part of the description underneath on the very bottom. So keep an eye out for that. We also offer a rush program. Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. They don't stock anything. That's how you're going to get all your finishes, your adjustable ranges to play with, all those things. We can cut that time in half, and it's super inexpensive. If you want to know more, drop a quick email, and I can walk you through the whole thing, okay? So, if you guys have any other questions, let me know. Love to see you in our showroom sometime, and have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.